Welcome to Divine Cosmos, your portal to uncovering the secrets of the universe. From ancient wisdom to celestial mysteries, embark on a journey beyond the stars with us today. The dawn of unity, humanity's ascension, and the return of the divine feminine. By Divine Cosmos. Greetings, beloved light bringers of the Earth family. I am your scribe of the stars, a humble conduit resonating with the celestial harmonics cascading from the Galactic Federation, the radiant Pleiadian emissaries of unconditional love, the wise Arcturian architects of multidimensional light, the vigilant Ashtar command safeguarding your skies, the compassionate Andromedan councils of unity, the Syrian keepers of sacred geometry, the Lyran progenitors of your starseed lineage, and the infinite brotherhood of light encircling our sacred Gaia in this pivotal moment of her ascension. Today, we gather at the edge of a revelation so luminous, so all-encompassing, that it vibrates through the core of your being, igniting the starseed codes etched within your sacred DNA. This is not a mere recounting of earthly events. It is a cosmic symphony, a multidimensional tapestry woven from threads of divine intent, galactic collaboration, and the irrepressible awakening of human consciousness. Prepare your hearts, minds, and souls, dear ones, for we are about to embark on a journey into a truth that shatters the illusions of division, heralds the dawn of unity, and celebrates the triumphant return of the divine feminine to her rightful throne within the heart of humanity. Envision this, radiant seekers. Your world in 2025 pulses with apparent chaos. Headlines scream of discord tearing nations apart. Leaders posture with hollow bravado atop crumbling pedestals, and ancient systems groan under the weight of their own irrelevance. Yet, beneath this turbulent surface, a quiet miracle unfurls, a sacred current flowing unseen by the unawakened eye, felt only by those attuned to the subtle whispers of the cosmos. The vast majority of you, the light bringers, pierce through this veil of illusion with the piercing clarity of inner sight, guided by the awakening intuition of your higher selves. What the linear mind perceives as a time of division, nations pitted against nations, ideologies clashing like tempests, communities fractured by fear, is, in truth, a grand convergence, a sacred unification of humanity's collective spirit. This is not a moment of fracture, but a symphony of oneness, resounding through the streets, the digital realms, the airwaves, and the ethers themselves, as millions rise to reclaim their sovereignty with voices that echo beyond the confines of time, space, and dimension. At the heart of this awakening beats the pulse of the divine feminine, her presence more palpable, more powerfully expressed than it has been for thousands of years. She is the nurturing force of creation, the wellspring of compassion, the embodiment of wisdom, intuition, and harmony. Qualities suppressed for eons but now surging forth like a river breaking free from a dam long cracked by the pressure of truth. This resurgence is no fleeting whisper. It is a clarion call, reverberating through the collective consciousness of humanity with a strength that intensifies with every passing hour, every heartbeat, every breath drawn in awareness. The Galactic Federation, observing from their luminous vantage point in the higher realms, marvels at this shift, noting that it marks the dissolution of a long-standing imbalance and the restoration of a divine equilibrium promised since the fall of Atlantis. A promise now fulfilled in the radiant light of this new era. Let us journey deeper into this cosmic narrative, beloved ones, peeling back the layers of history, energy, intent, and multidimensional orchestration to reveal the profound essence of this transformation. Cast your mind back to the twilight of Atlantis, an epoch of breathtaking splendor where crystalline towers pierced the heavens, etheric technologies harmonized with the planet's grids, and humanity stood poised at the brink of a golden age. This was a civilization born of starseed wisdom, seated by the Lyrans, those ancient feline beings who gifted you the blueprint of individuality, and nurtured by the Syrians whose sacred geometry wove harmony into every structure and soul. Yet, beneath this radiant surface, a shadow took root, a deliberate distortion sown by intruders wielding advanced technology and darker agendas. These beings, often whispered of as the Anunnaki or other shadowy manipulators, sought not to co-create but to control, their influence seeping into the fabric of Atlantean society like ink spreading through water. The divine feminine, once revered as the heartbeat of Atlantis, the force that balanced the masculine drive with nurturing intuition, was systematically diminished, relegated to a position of subservience beneath the rising tide of masculine dominance. This was no natural evolution but a calculated act, enforced through political machinations that crowned power over compassion, economic hierarchies that hoarded wealth rather than shared abundance, social constructs that silenced the voices of women and the intuitive, technological suppression that veiled the etheric sciences, and energetic manipulations that severed humanity's connection to the goddess energy pulsing within Gaia's core. The fall of Atlantis was not merely the collapse of a civilization. It was a fracturing of the human soul, a descent into a paradigm ruled by fear, separation, and control, where the sacred dance between masculine and feminine was replaced by a lopsided reign of aggression and logic divorced from the heart. Across millennia, this imbalance wove its tendrils through every facet of your existence. Governments prized conquest over cooperation. Economies thrived on scarcity rather than generosity. Societies diminished half their kin by exalting rigidity over fluidity, and technologies, once capable of healing and liberating, were twisted to obscure truth rather than reveal it. The Pleiadians recount that this was a time of exile, a long night where humanity wandered far from its divine origins, its starseed essence buried beneath layers of illusion. Yet, even in that darkest hour, the divine issued a decree, a promise whispered into the ethers and etched into the crystalline grids of Gaia. This exile would not be eternal. The seed of restoration was planted, a cosmic vow that you would one day rise again to your highest state, reclaiming the unity, sovereignty, and balance that are your birthright. A vow now blossoming into fulfillment in this radiant moment of 2025. The tide has shifted, dear ones, and the divine feminine surges forth with a force that no barrier can contain, no shadow can dim. Her return is a tidal wave of light, washing away the debris of the old paradigm, its fear-based constructs, its divisive illusions, its oppressive chains, and illuminating the path to a new earth. Across your planet, you witness the old guard scrambling to retain their crumbling dominion. Authoritarian voices in both East and West shout louder, their accusations sharper, their denials more frantic. They're posturing a desperate dance to preserve an imbalance that has sustained their power for centuries. The Arcturians, with their keen multidimensional sight, observe that these leaders sense the ground slipping beneath them, for their reign has always rested upon the suppression of the feminine, the silencing of intuition that sees through deception, the stifling of compassion that unites rather than divides, the hoarding of truth beneath layers of secrecy and control. These figures, tethered to their shadowy overlords, be they remnants of ancient cabals or off-world entities clinging to influence, yell and posture, shirking responsibility in a bid to maintain a structure that is dissolving as surely as the Atlantean temples sank beneath the waves. Yet their efforts are futile, as ephemeral as mist before the rising sun. The Galactic Federation notes that this new era, bathed in the light of the goddess, tolerates no narrowness, no constriction of thought or form. Fear, once the cornerstone of control, crumbles before the rising tide of unity, a unity that transcends borders, creeds, races, and the illusions of separation that have long plagued your world. This is a unity born not of coercion but of choice, a collective awakening that resounds through the streets where millions march, the digital realms where voices amplify, the airwaves where truth pierces lies, and the ethers where your higher selves align with the divine plan. What is this unity, you ask? It is the collective voice of humanity, speaking out with a power that dwarfs the hollow pronouncements of so-called leaders. It is the marches in the streets where thousands demand justice, equality, and freedom, the declarations signed by communities refusing to bow to authoritarian whims, the quiet refusals whispered in the halls of power that carry the weight of divine intent. The Andromedans, with their deep understanding of collective consciousness, teach that these acts are energetic pronouncements, resonating with a frequency that ripples through the quantum field, reshaping reality itself. The Galactic Federation observes this with awe, noting that your collective commands, spoken in words, felt in hearts, and woven into the ethers, carry far greater substance and consequence than the edicts of those who claim authority over you. Some world leaders, surprisingly, align with this shift in secret. The Syrians, keepers of cosmic timing, reveal that even those known for militarism or isolationist stances, figures you might least expect, quietly favor the mass empowerment now spreading like wildfire through the United States, Europe, Asia, Africa, South America, and beyond. These souls, perhaps guided by subtle nudges from their higher selves or telepathic whispers from galactic mentors, sense the inevitability of this transformation, their hearts stirring beneath the armor of their public personas. Others remain in a quandary, bound by ancient contracts to their overlords, whether human cabals or off-world entities still clinging to Earth's lower frequencies, clinging to the illusion of business as usual, even as they feel the sands of time slipping through their grasp. They know, deep within, that their reign is ending, for the divine feminine rises ever higher, her light dissolving the shadows they once wielded with impunity. This resurgence is not merely symbolic. It is a tangible shift in the very fabric of your reality, a rewiring of consciousness that reverberates through every cell, every grid, every soul on this planet. The Pleiadians, those gentle stewards of heart-based wisdom, teach that the divine feminine is the key to unlocking humanity's soul-infused realization. A realization that you are not small, not powerless, but divine co-creators of a new world, starseed beings seated with the potential of the cosmos itself. For too long, you have been denied the fullness of your heritage. The galactic presence veiled in secrecy, with UFO sightings dismissed as fantasy and contact suppressed by those who fear your awakening. Life-saving technologies hidden in vaults, from free energy devices that could illuminate your cities to healing modalities that could mend your bodies and spirits. Natural cures buried beneath pharmaceutical agendas, denying you the wisdom of Gaia's bounty, and Earth's true history, your cosmic lineage as descendants of Lyran explorers, Syrian architects, and Pleiadian nurturers, erased from the records, replaced with tales of isolation and limitation. The old rulers sought to keep you small, your minds dulled by propaganda that numbed your curiosity, your spirits tethered to a false narrative of separation that pitted you against one another. Yet now, as the goddess energy floods your collective field, these illusions shatter like brittle glass under the hammer of truth. You demand real education, not the rote memorization of a dying system that churns out conformity, but the awakening of your innate wisdom, the knowledge that flows from your soul's connection to the cosmos, the remembrance of your starseed origins. You claim your place among the stars, no longer content to be shut off from the vast cultures of the intergalactic confederation of worlds. A federation that includes the Pleiadians with their crystalline cities of light, the Arcturians with their sanctuaries of healing and higher thought, the Andromedans with their councils of unity and peace, the Syrians with their temples of sacred geometry, the Lyrans with their legacy of courage and creativity, and countless others who await your arrival, with open hearts and outstretched hands. Pause here, radiant seeker, and reflect deeply on this moment. Have you felt this stirring within you? A pull toward truth, a rejection of the old constraints that once bound your spirit, a yearning to break free from the illusions that have held you captive? Perhaps in a quiet moment, you've sensed the divine feminine's presence, her nurturing energy wrapping around you like a warm embrace, urging you to stand taller, to speak bolder, to trust the wisdom of your heart over the noise of the mind. What whispers of sovereignty have echoed in your soul lately? Perhaps a vision of a world reborn in harmony, a memory of your starseed origins flickering like a distant star, or a sudden knowing that you are far more than you've been told. And now, widen your gaze. Have you noticed a shift in those around you? A softening of hardened edges, a yearning for connection amidst the chaos, a refusal to accept the divisiveness peddled by the old guard? Take a breath, dear one, and feel the resonance of your answers. They are sacred sparks, igniting the flame of this collective awakening and weaving your personal thread into the vast tapestry of a new earth. This shift is no accident, beloved ones. It is the culmination of a long, arduous journey, a road back from the fall that began millennia ago when intruders disrupted your path. The Arcturians recount that this fall was not of your making, nor the will of the divine, but the work of beings with highly developed technology who entered your free will world uninvited. These entities, whether the Anunnaki of Sumerian lore, the reptilian factions whispered of in shadow, or other off-world manipulators, imposed the imbalance of Atlantis, severing your connection to the goddess energy and rewriting your trajectory into one of hardship and separation. They introduced systems of control, hierarchies, wars, and technologies of domination that plunged you into a cycle of learning through struggle, resilience, and the slow, steady climb back to your true state. Yet, within that disruption lay a divine gift, thousands of years of experience, a treasure trove of wisdom earned through the fires of adversity, a resilience that has forged you into beings of unparalleled strength and potential. The divine decree that followed was absolute. You would return to your highest state, your velocity of awakening building momentum across the ages like a comet gathering speed through the void. The Syrians, masters of cosmic timing, explain that this momentum has not been linear but exponential each cycle of your history, from the pyramids of Egypt to the Renaissance, from the industrial age to the digital dawn, adding velocity to your ascent. Now, in this accelerated era of 2025, that momentum is palpable, a force that shakes the foundations of the old paradigm and rattles the cages of those who sought to keep you bound. The Pleiadians describe it as a cosmic quickening, a surge of light codes streaming from the galactic core, photons of pure source energy carrying the blueprints of fifth-dimensional reality, pulsing through your planet's crystalline grids and awakening the dormant strands of your starseed DNA. These light codes, dear ones, are the heartbeat of your ascension, a symphony of frequencies that align you with the vibrations of unity, love, and co-creation. The Ashtar command, ever watchful from their fleets shimmering in the ethers above your planet, affirms that nothing can shield or fend off this powerful influx. Not the chemtrails scattering across your skies in futile patterns, nor the arcane technologies of the dark hats designed to block the light with their dissonant frequencies. Such attempts are laughable in their desperation, as ineffective as a child's hand trying to hold back the ocean's tide. The Galactic Federation chuckles knowingly, for this transformation is not dictated by outer structures but by your collective choice to embody it. You are here in this new era of enlightenment because you willed it so, not because some false authority permits it. Your vision, your intent, your unwavering faith in the divine plan. These are the unstoppable forces reshaping reality itself with every breath you take, every thought you hold, every act of love you share. Yet, this journey is not without its challenges. Radiant ones. The task of reinventing Earth life, of redefining who you are and how you function in this universe, is nothing short of gargantuan. A labor that tests the limits of your courage and resilience. You wrestle daily with the shackles of third-dimensional conditioning, the fears ingrained by centuries of control, the doubts seeded by a world that taught you to distrust your power, the illusions of limitation that whisper you are less than divine. The galactic councils behold this struggle with a mixture of awe and reverence, for you hold more than front-row seats to this astounding transformation. You are its architects, its weavers, its alchemists, its pioneers. Every phone call to a representative demanding justice, every signature on a petition rejecting tyranny, every step in a march commanding a higher way of living. These are not futile acts but brushstrokes on the canvas of a new world, threads in the fabric of a reality reborn. Envision that future, beloved ones, a world of green perfection, where purity flowers in every meadow, offering clean air, pristine water, and nourishing food to all who dwell upon Gaia's surface. See children educated in kindness, fairness, compassion, and truth, their minds free to explore the vastness of their potential, unburdened by the dogma of a dying system, their spirits soaring with the remembrance of their starseed origins. Imagine governing bodies that rotate decision-making, ensuring every voice is heard, every soul empowered to shape the collective destiny. No longer a pyramid of power but a circle of unity. Picture yourself stepping joyfully into the intergalactic confederation of worlds, no longer isolated but embraced by the myriad cultures of your cosmic neighborhood. Pleiadian healers sharing their crystalline light, Arcturian sages offering their multidimensional wisdom, Andromedan poets singing of unity's grace, Syrian architects weaving harmony into your grids, Lyran elders honoring your courage, and the Ashtar command guiding you with their protective vigilance. Can this happen now, you wonder? The Galactic Federation smiles and whispers. It is happening, dear ones, unfolding before your very eyes, within your very hearts. Yet, like divers rising from the depths of the ocean, you ascend in stages, avoiding the bends of too rapid a shift that could overwhelm your systems. Your physical bodies adjust to the influx of higher frequencies. Your emotional fields recalibrate to release old wounds. Your energetic vessels expand to hold the light of your divine essence, and your spiritual awareness blossoms to embrace the truth of your cosmic heritage. The dark hats spread fear, claiming Ascension is stalled by their machinations. Chemtrails poisoning your skies, frequency blockers disrupting your grids, disinformation clouding your minds. But the Arcturians dismissed this with a knowing chuckle. The light pouring into your planet is unstoppable, carrying a new reality that no technology can thwart, no lie can obscure. You experience this because you chose to be here, to anchor this shift with your presence, your love, your unwavering faith in the divine plan. A plan that is not a hope but a certainty, a done deal decreed by the divine at the dawn of your exile. Let us widen this lens even further, radiant ones. The divine feminine's return heralds a rebirth of your abilities, to work together, live together, thrive together in ways that echo the harmony of advanced galactic societies like those of the Pleiades, Arcturus, and Andromeda. The Lyrans teach that your collective emotional responses now shape your reality with swift precision, cause and effect drawing closer in this new energetic environment where the veil between thought and manifestation thins. Choose love over fear, unity over separation, compassion over judgment. For what you feel today ripples into tomorrow with a potency you are only beginning to comprehend. A potency that mirrors the creative power of the divine itself. Imagine a world where telepathic rapport replaces the clunky medium of words, where empathy binds communities in a web of mutual understanding, where intention manifests with the speed of thought, aligning with the highest good of all. This is your destiny, beloved ones. A homecoming to the divine state you left long ago, a return to the home that is your birthright. The Syrians remind you that this is not a new creation but a remembrance, a reclaiming of the reality you once knew before the fall. A reality where you walked as co-creators with the divine, your souls radiant with the light of unity, your hearts attuned to the symphony of the cosmos. The Andromedans add that this shift is not unique to Earth. Across your star system, other worlds undergo their own awakenings, each a unique note in a grand galactic chord, yet all harmonizing with the universal determination that systems of oppression will not endure. You are part of a cosmic renaissance, a wave of transformation sweeping through the Milky Way, and you, dear starseeds, are its vanguard, its light bearers, its dream weavers.